Back in Week 8, the Browns dominated their first matchup against the Steelers. Can Pittsburgh get revenge? Find out next on Madden Football.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 83 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy. And that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on fourth down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Let's go.
A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. In our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively,
or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
39 yards on the punt, given just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Lawrence rolling to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it is 28-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever. Vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. On first down, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumor.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Oh, way to take it. Way to take that.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. This is the tight end Fant. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bailey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. The Browns drive about to get started. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Bailey. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to roam now.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. flush to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Steps away. And he comes back with one complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Touchdown! A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns continue to roll.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A huge play there on 4th down. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels, then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Fights through, and now a crease. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, 1st-round pick in 2020.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, yeah, that's the score, baby. That's it, huh?
Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.